I think we've all had the experience of being asked a seemingly easy question, but finding ourselves challenged to answer it in a concise and succinct manner, in a way that captures all the complexity and intricacies that you know, but in a way that's easily digestible, in a way that's comprehensible, in a way that doesn't confound or bore or overwhelm the questioner. It's hard to do that effectively. So, for instance, the question, what do you do for a living? It's a seemingly straightforward and simple question, right? But the answer can be technical and complicated, with nuances and distinctions and details that can be confusing. So the way we typically answer those types of questions is to give generic responses. I'm a nurse, a mechanic, an engineer, or I'm in construction. Now, of course, there are shades and gradations to each of those jobs, but we keep our answer broad because it's hard to explain the details to an audience that lacks our experience, our context, our perspective. Words can sometimes limit us in this regard because how do you take something as rich, complex, and experiential as your job, with all your history, work relationships, daily routine, tricks of the trade, the tools you use, the jargon of your profession, the hours you keep, and put that into just a few sentences for someone to truly understand without the details being lost or misunderstood? We can't. So we answer generically, but in a way that invites follow-up questions to bring clarity, should the questioner wish more details. But even if we answer 1,000 follow-up questions and someone starts to understand the details of our profession, they'll never really know, will they? For example, my wife and I have 5 children, and though she has described for me what it is like to carry and deliver a baby, and indeed I have been with her every step of the way, I'll never know what that's really like, will I? She can describe it, and I can see it, and I can well imagine, but only she really knows. This is what happens to Jesus in his encounter with the Sadducees. Now, of course, they were trying to trick Jesus and provoke him into an answer that suited their theological viewpoint, that there was no life after death. But if we put that off to the side, what they were really asking was a seemingly simple question. If there is an afterlife, what is it like? Simple question, no succinct answer. And yet Jesus' response is brilliant in its brevity and invites us into the mystery. He affirms that there is indeed an afterlife and gives the scriptural basis from the Torah. And he gives a high-level description, how we will be angelic and children of God, and that the question the Sadducees are asking about the brothers and the wife is really an irrelevant one. Jesus' answer is beautiful, generic description of something so incomprehensibly wonderful that mere words don't do it justice. But the words are also sufficiently intriguing to invite our follow-up questions. And so we are invited to do just that, to contemplate the mystery, to keep praying for wisdom and the strengthening of our faith. Now, when I contemplate the mystery, I think the Lord left us a clue. It's found in his transfiguration on Mount Tabor. When he was transformed into something unworldly, his body made dazzlingly white as heaven opened up. Now, I suspect something similar awaits us, but that's just speculation on my part. I don't know. For even if I'm on the right track there, I can never know the details in this life. But crucially, it's not important for me to know those particulars, just to satisfy my own human curiosity and arrogant desire for certainty, as if I could understand God. Silly me. Rather, it is for me to trust and to affirm my faith in Jesus and his promises. And that I do.